Hey, welcome to the second course for the song Chlorine by 21 Pilots from their album Trench. I'm musically malnourished. You're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. This video is where we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. I feel like I did get a little bit of insight into this song as I was kind of going through the second course on a different song, and it was relating kind of the nature of Tyler writing music, but having to confront those things, those fears, the anxieties, the feelings. And really, if you're going to put pen to paper or you're going to tell a story through video, sharing the intimate parts of you or the challenging or scary parts, like you got to sit down and think about it, talk about it, get it out. And that can be an interesting process and sometimes difficult. And so in the same sense, there was like kind of a connection to the idea of chlorine as far as him, how he communicates the music and what music does within him before it ultimately reaches us. So I'm interested to see where all it goes. Let's hop in and see what's going on with this song. All right. Chlorine is a track about the cleansing power that music has on the narrator. Chlorine, while being a deadly chemical, is used to eliminate unwanted substances. As stated in the lyrics, the chemical is compared to a vibe or a beat. While the chlorine has poisonous properties and could potentially cause harm, the narrator just can't get enough. A similar idea is found in an earlier song when Tyler says, "You gotta bleed to know that you're alive and have a soul." In both cases, the concept of pain, or something which would generally be unwanted, is flipped on its side and used as a metaphor for that which is beneficial. On January 22nd, 2019, 21 Pilots released an official music video for Chlorine featuring a tiny horned anthropomorphic bipedal monster they called Ned. So we'll definitely get into that on Patreon. Let's see if he has anything he says. Okay, they didn't ask me anything on Reddit, and about Chlorine, Tyler said, wrestling on trying to tackle what I was feeling in Chlorine was exhausting. Yeah, I mean, that is challenging. You know, for most of my life, I was a pastor, and so, I taught or preached once or twice a week pretty much for maybe 18 years. And sometimes, man, it was so daunting, the same way that it is if you're trying to write or create most anything. But trying to sit down and think about certain concepts or feelings or ideas and work them out in a way that makes sense to others. And obviously it's a totally different form of that through song and poetry, but it is like, I'm sure you can wrestle with it. This word, that word, what idea fits here? Am I being clear enough? Even though I don't think Tyler's always too worried about being clear, but he always knows exactly what he's communicating. A sync to him is not a sync to us. So where are you? It's been a little while. I'm curious about this. After releasing Blurry Face in 2015, 21 Pilots announced a year-long hiatus from touring and social media. The song's main producer lends his voice at the beginning of the track as a way to welcome the listener back after a long time away. It's similar to the email the band sent out at the end of the hiatus. Oh, that's cool. The yellow eyes symbolize the color of the Trench album. The words also act as a connection to the opening of the music video for Jumpsuit, where Tyler Joseph says, "We've been here the whole time. You were asleep. Time to wake up." Oh man, there's a lot here. The voice is distorted, perhaps symbolic of Blurry Face, Nico, or another evil character or bishop. The voice might be asking Tyler where he's been. Maybe he took a break from writing for a while during the hiatus, or has grown apart from his Blurry Face Nico side. They're trying to drag him back. In his production breakdown video of Chlorine, Meanie shared... Oh, let me look at this real quick. I'm not going to watch it on here.
So we have this talking sound.
Oh, cool. I love production breakdowns. We'll have to look at that. Meanie shared the original recording of this intro, where it's revealed that Chlorine's opening voice is actually both his and Tyler's, and they have so many layers of effects on them, they sound like one voice. The dark voice can also be heard as a background vocal through the rest of the song and is present throughout other songs on the album, such as Levitate and Pet Cheetah. This further suggests that the character of this distorted voice is still a present side of Joseph within his music. Sipping on straight chlorine. Such a cool beat. Let the vibe slide over me. Beat is a chemical. Beat is a chemical. When I leave, don't save my seat. I'll be back when it's all complete. I was curious about this. Whoa. These lines are most likely referring to the hiatus. When Tyler says, don't save my seat, he means for his clique to listen to other music and is further telling us it's okay to listen to other songs and bands. No, it's not. It also connects to the 7th song from Trench titled Neon Gravestones. What a cool title. In which Tyler explains the severity of self-harm. Tyler reflects on his battle with self-harm thoughts. Sorry, YouTube doesn't like that word. And explains if he loses the fight, his death should not be glorified. This line also refers to the rapture. Explain to Christianity, when I leave, don't say my... Okay. It could also be like Tyler talking to the bishops, like he's saying, when I'm out of Dema, don't expect me back, bishops. Well, except he says I'll be back when it's all complete. Maybe in the sense when things are restored and good and right. Tyler could also be saying he's going to spend a long time working on his music, and I'll be back when it's all complete. Tells how much he's passionate about writing songs, performing for his fans, wants to devote his whole time working hard to satisfy his fans. Yeah, I think I kind of resonate with that idea, especially if he's talking about like the music that he's working through and things. And like, yeah, don't worry. Don't save my seat. I'll be back when it's done. Loving what I'm tasting. Whoa. Venom on my tongue. Dependent at times. Poisonous vibrations. Whoa. Help my body run. So this sounds like probably grappling with those harder thoughts, those harder themes and things. Dependent at times. Though it's venom to his tongue, Tyler still remains dependent on the cathartic release and cleansing feeling he gets from it. Moreover, studies show that venom, used here as a metaphor, can in fact be addictive and have recreational benefits. Okay, interesting. I'm running for my life. Sipping on straight chlorine. Okay, go back into that. The moment is medical. Moment is medical because that's different than the one up here. No, I'm sorry. It was there. I just overlooked it. So yeah, it's like medicine to him as well. It's kind of that interesting dichotomy, right? Kind of like the poison and chemicals, but it's also medical. Fall out of formation. I plan my escape from walls they confined. Rebel red carnation. A carnation is a flower, according to Wikipedia. Light red carnations represent admiration, while dark red denote deep love and affection. This makes sense if the song, as suggested by some people, is about the songwriting process and writing sad songs that are actually not healthy or helpful, but feel good in the moment, indulging in your depression. So while Tyler is writing these sad songs that in some cases only deepen his sadness, they also make people's admiration for him grow. There might also be some connection to the red of Blurry Face, yellow of the Banditos. Interesting. I'm running for my life. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Hide you in my coat pocket where I kept my rebel red. I felt I was invincible. You wrapped around my head. I feel like this is probably more in the music videos. The red versus yellow. The third verse seems to pick up where the second verse left off, continuing the metaphor of a red rebel. These two lines seem to be extremely dense, packed with meaning that doesn't reveal itself on the surface. The first explanation that comes to mind stems from the previous Blurry Face era, the color red closely associated with not only the Blurry Face album, but the character, general aesthetic of that time period. The lines could refer to Nico and the bishops wearing red as a symbol of authority over the residents of Dema. if red is designated only for those in power. It would be seen as an act of rebellion for Tyler to keep anything in his pocket or in his head with that color. Yeah, because I guess the idea of, and I'm still like not deep into the lore yet with Trench and like what happens with the other people. Like I still haven't fully remembered or revealed their names. I'm waiting until we get to Nico and the Niners to watch that video, then go back and watch Levitate. And then once we've kind of worked through the album, I'll probably go look at some wrap-ups or summaries. But if he's struggling between the two, then yeah, it would be like him trying to do better, but the same with Blurryface. There's always kind of that part of him. This one I was curious about. Now, different lives I lead, my body lives on lead. The last two lines may read incorrect until said. The lead is terrible in flavor. I remember listening to this song. I was like, dude, I have no idea what he's talking about. My body lives on lead is most likely connected to his songwriting. Okay. The lead is synonymous with a pencil, which of course is a tool used for writing. Tyler has previously mentioned numerous times that writing is very cathartic for him. He then goes on to say that lead, did I say lead? The lead is terrible in flavor. Meaning he doesn't like how writing songs is what he now lives on. He is indifferent that it now makes him money, as he explores in the following, like now you double as a paper maker. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh, this song was so dense. Lyrically, Tyler plays with the words lead, verb and noun, which is why it can be read incorrectly. Okay, gosh. One needs to wait for him to sing those two lines in order to understand what he means. Tyler rhymes with said in the second line to solidify the meaning. Lead is also an element in the periodic table, just like chlorine, to go along with the chemical metaphors in the song. He was flexing on us in this song, guys. But now you double as a paper maker. I despise you sometimes. I love to hate the fight, and you in my life is like sipping on straight chlorine. I'm sorry I forgot you. Let me catch you up to speed. I've been tested like the ends of a weathered flag that's by the sea. Can you build my house with pieces? I'm just a chemical. By saying he is just a chemical, he means he's a small part of the world. Chemicals are just matter that help make something work, are a vital part to make things cohesive in chemistry, saying he is not much and it will take much more to build his house. Since TOP has a history of biblical references, the line may have some connections to Christianity. Okay, no one can lay any foundation other than the one already laid, which is Christ. If we instead take the stance that this verse is sung by Ned, that he is the embodiment of the chemical chlorine, we find another interpretation by looking at his house from the music video, including a door, tires, and other sheet metal. We see a lot of vehicle parts amidst the overgrowth, and cars have been a central symbol in 21 Pilots' discography. Throughout a car, blah, 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 all those. Cars symbolically carry Tyler through life and ultimately to death in Taxicab. Man, that feels like ages ago. Therefore, Ned is asking to be housed in memorabilia from Tyler's life and lyrics. And Tyler's creative space is symbolically surrounded by these vehicular reminders, much as he has been vesseled by them. Okay, well, listen, we're going to keep working our way to clarity, and the mystery's fun. It just sometimes is difficult because I feel like I don't have a lot to offer in this arena here, but I guess there's probably some fun in watching me try to work it out and scramble here live. So I really do like recap videos in the end to kind of help piece it all together. So I'm looking forward to that. But nonetheless, dude, just as a song, really cool, really fun song. And yeah, so let me know your thoughts in the comments. If there's anything you saw I didn't see or anything that you may not, I don't always see eye to eye with Genius, and I've learned that from now, or learned that along this journey. I really appreciate when Tyler himself speaks into the songs, but I know he also doesn't do that a lot of times on purpose, because he wants you to sometimes draw the meaning that you need from it. So thanks for being with me for this one. I hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.